Hello everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Sakina and your weekly pick a card message from the birds. The deck being used is the Tarot of the Owls. Take a look at the 3 different piles and choose the one you feel most drawn to by using the cards, the letters at the base of the cards, and or your intuition. Timestamps are in the description box below. Enjoy your reading. Welcome, Pile 1. Just a quick reminder that this is a general reading and may not fit for you. If this is the case, consider choosing another pile or just passing whatever doesn't work for you on to someone else. Also, please like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it as it helps the channel grow. All right, Pile 1, let's see what energies we have from the birds this week. We have the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So what I see here is, and this could be for indoor birds or those of you who watch birds outdoors, you maybe have a favorite. And it may be a female and a male that you're watching pretty regularly. And the female is letting us know in this reading that she is now pregnant. She has eggs growing within. And she is preparing herself for the nurturing and the care of those eggs, those young. The process, she says, is going to be somewhat slow, or at least it will seem like it to her. Maybe even, I don't really think that they pay much attention to time. So maybe this is more for us, is that we're going to be watching and it's going to seem like it's going to take forever. And of course, chances are, unless you know where the nest is and, she and the mate are okay with you being around the nest, chances are you won't know that they have hatched until you hear them being ever so passionate about being alive and screeching because they want food from the female and the male from wherever this nest is, high up in the trees or however they've built the nest, wherever they've built the nest. You will, they say, you will be able to hear the babies if you listen closely. And then, of course, the baby will grow and you will eventually see the mom and the dad teaching the baby how to survive on its own, how to transform from a baby bird to a grown bird. And that will go actually quite quickly in comparison to how slow this one went. And it is possible if you have a rapport with this bird, whether it be if it's an outdoor bird, if you've somehow created a rapport with this bird, this could also be the male coming to you in his own way, whatever way she's told him, hey, you need to let them know that I've had the eggs, I've laid the eggs, that they've hatched. So there is communication that could go on here, but you need to be able to understand that communication. And right now we're seeing water, we're seeing earth, we're seeing fire, but we're not seeing any swords or air. And the air is the communication. So they're saying here, please try to understand the communication when the time comes. So that is the message from the birds for this week. Until next week, take care. Welcome, Pile 2. Just a quick reminder that this is a general reading and may not fit for you. If you find this is the case, please consider choosing another pile or just passing whatever doesn't work for you on to someone else. Also, please like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it as it helps the channel grow. Okay, so pile 2, let's see what the birds have to say for this week. We have the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like the birds are saying we have some migratory birds here. So I'm pretty sure that they're birds that would normally come to your location. And I feel like they're saying here that they had to really move to escape the fire. And maybe this, wherever the fire is, and at any given time, there could be a fire anywhere in the United States. And there's usually 1 or 2 going at all times. So this migratory bird that normally would come because you feed the birds, they're saying that they had to really move it, possibly a little bit early, to get out of the area of the fire. And we also have the 4 of Wands here. Again, we've got fire, we've got swords, which is air. And that means that there's no earth with pentacles and no water. So I think for a while, they didn't know where to land because the fire was so huge and there was no water to be had. They kept going. And, at as high a speed as they possibly could, for as long as they possibly could, and finally got to a point where they could land and celebrate over the fact that, holy cow, there's air to breathe. They found water, and they found someplace stable that they could go, just even for a rest, for momentary rest, until they could get back to where they would normally be, which is where you feed them and water them, and, you take care of the outdoor birds. With the 2 of Swords here, they're saying that they have some thought that they have to do now, because this probably was their home. Wherever this fire is probably was their home. And now they have to determine, come winter time, where they can go. And usually birds have a pretty set migratory path, so to speak. And they know now that they have to change tactics here, that they need to find a completely different place to go before winter actually hits, since they do not spend winter with you. So I think they're just trying to make us aware of what a fire can do to them, and how devastating it actually is for even birds that aren't migratory. If there's a fire, where do they go if they stay in one place all year round? But I think the birds are just trying to let us know that, fire can be very, very hard on the wildlife, and asking us to please be very careful because it's devastating for them. Notice the difference in the urgency of this card, and how happy they are here. And then here they are. This is what's left for them. They can celebrate for a little bit, but life goes on. They have something that they have to do, the survival of the species. So they have to mate, they have to have babies, they have to have a place to be able to do that. And, with a fire, this is what ends up happening. So now they're just trying to share how the process goes and asking us to be very careful when it comes to fire. So that is the message from the birds for this week. Until next week, take care. Welcome, Pile 3. Just a quick reminder that this is a general reading and may not fit for you. If this is the case, please consider choosing another pile or just passing whatever doesn't work for you on to someone else. Also, please like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it as it helps the channel grow. Okay, pile 3. Let's see what the birds have to share with you this week. Get the ing from nesting out of there. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with the 3 of Cups is that we have a family of birds, and this could be indoor or outdoor birds. It doesn't really matter this time around. We just have growth of the species. And it's always a celebration for the birds when their babies survive and their family grows like this. And they're not ones to really think a lot. Whatever comes their way, whatever battles they have, they don't think. They just close their eyes and let whatever happens happen. Whatever takes place, if they feel grief, which they probably do to some degree, but it doesn't emote out of them like it does humans. So they just close their eyes and go to sleep. And the next day dawns and they're back out with all of their energy and glory to just start all over again. This is the wish card. They might be wishing and saying, oh, gee, I wish that, the storm hadn't come and destroyed my eggs, my first clutch. But you know what? I'm going to get right back out there and get started again. Rebuild that nest, mate again, lay more eggs, have another clutch. Their energy knows no bounds. It is, and the love of life in general, the love of creating that nest and the love of having eggs and sitting on eggs and caring for their clutch, their babies, that knows no bounds. This is love. And if it doesn't work quite as they hope, they don't spend a lot of time sitting and thinking. They just get right back out there. That's how it works. So maybe the birds are giving you a message. Maybe something has caused you to celebrate. Some kind of growth that you have has caused you to celebrate. But maybe, it came at the cost of, doing battle or making you feel like you're going to have to really fight to keep that growth going. And the birds are saying, let's just not think so hard about it. Just close your eyes, go to sleep, get up in the morning, and keep going. Put your wish out there to the universe, but keep doing the movement and the excitement of whatever this is. So that's the message from the birds for this week. Until next week, take care.